LOZ, we gotta bring it out. Wake up the lost sheep. Yeah, hey, hey, bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Hey, bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. LOZ, let's go. Bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Hey, bring it out. LOZ, got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Let's go. Gotta wake up the sheep. While people falling asleep. We gotta show now. We put in that work and now we put the work in the streets. We trying to build up the nation. Be patient. My people been facing defeat. We teach of repentance. We deep in them trenches. You know that we bringing the heat. We getting demons like everything. Waking up all the people. We setting straight. Keep our head in them scriptures. We meditate all in the truth. I can't back down and hesitate. All praise to the Most High. With it, no cosign. With it, keep the law. We gon' levitate. We don't choose every no lies. With it, we won't doubt. With it, for the truth, I'm a heavyweight. We live in this spiritual warfare. We all gotta gather together. We do that. We got the nations in warfare. We a separate nation. No explanation. People they need to listen. Crunch time, yeah, time's ticking. With the truth, I'm a servant. No stopping, we working. Just hoping my people will see the mission. So we gotta bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. We bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out.
All of our soldiers amazing. All of our captains be leading. LOZ bringing in light, shining on what we're achieving. Wake up the people that's sleeping. Wake up that nation like coffee. Wake up and take up your cross beat. Hold up, Pastor, man, you lost me. You should be teaching at Christmas. I'm sure that you know that it's pagan. Look how we packing the prisons, blatantly destroying our nation. Single parent homeless definitely be coming out swag. Then we send our children through the same system, pledging their allegiance to flags. Bring that out. 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 I say the Hebrews gotta show. Bring that out. Get your knowledge on the go. Bring that out. Wisdom help the nation grow. Bring that out. Get the truth in the form of a show. Bring that out.
Bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Hey, bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. LOZ, let's go. Bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Hey, bring it out. LOZ, got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. We gotta wake up the sheep. Our people falling asleep. We gotta show now. We put in that work and then we put the work in the streets. We trying to build up the nation. Be patient. My people been facing defeat. We teach of repentance. We deep in them trenches. You know that we bringing the heat. We battling demons like every day. Waking up all the people. We setting straight. Keep our head in them scriptures. We meditate all in the truth. I can't back down and hesitate. All praise to the Most High. With it, no cosign. With it, keep the law. We gon' levitate. We don't choose every no lies. With it, we won't doubt. With it, for the truth, I'm a heavyweight. We live in this spiritual
warfare. All of our soldiers amazing.
Gather together. We do that. Then we got them nations and
all of our soldiers amazing.
A separate nation. No explanation. My people, they need
all of our soldiers amazing.
Yeah, time is ticking. But the truth, I'm a servant. No stopping. We working. Just hoping my people will see the mission. So we gotta bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. Hey, bring it out. We got the truth and we bring it out. We cannot lose when we bring it out. We making moves when we bring it out. LOZ, let's go.
All of our soldiers amazing. All of our captains be leading. LOZ bringing in light, shining on what we're achieving. Wake up the people that's sleeping. Wake up that nation like coffee. Wake up and take up your cross beat. Hold up, Pastor, man, you lost me. You still be teaching at Christmas. I'm sure that you know that it's pagan. Look how we packing the prisons, blatantly destroying our nation. Single parent homeless definitely be coming out swag. Did we send our children through the same system, pledging their allegiance to flags? Bring that out. 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 I say the Hebrews gotta show. Bring that out. Get your knowledge on the go. Bring truth in the form of a show.
Yeah. I pray. Yes, I pray. Yeah. Yes, I pray. Hey, yeah. I pray to y'all that one day my people see them chariots, spreading the word of them trees to my people not hearing us. I pray that we make it through the fire. This word gon' take us higher, yes I know. I pray to y'all that one day my people see them chariots, spreading the word of them trees to my people not hearing us. I pray that we make it through the fire. This word gon' take us higher. Yeah, I've been down bad, now I know who I am, now it's time to be great. I'm on a mission trying to stay consistent, these demons can't get in the way. This is my exodus plan, trying to get next to the man. I know this world gonna keep me away from my vision, but I got these blessings at hand, yeah. Cause we've been cursed, now it's time to break it. Babylon, yes, I'm trapped inside with these wicked demons. I've been losing patience, I had the faith of a mustard seed. I gotta plant it right into my garden and watch it grow into a bunch of trees. Growth and prosperity, yes, it's something that I love to see. I cannot quit. Thinking back on the days I was misguided, yes, I reminisce. Now I know my heritage, I gotta cherish it, I'm trying to live. Yes, I got so much to give. We can't be saved until it's the end. I'm staying strong, I cannot switch. I'm hanging on, I got the grip. I pray to y'all that one day my people see them chariots, spreading the word of them trees to my people not hearing us. I pray that we make it through the fire. This word gon' take us higher.
I got 80 on me. I got 80 on me. I got 80 on me. Got 80 on you? 80 books in the cannon. In the cannon. I got the 80 on me. Got the 80 on you? 80 books in the cannon. In the cannon. I got 80 on. Got 80? 80 books in the cannon. In the cannon. 80 books in the cannon. 1611. 80 books in the cannon. 1611. I got 80 on. 1611. 80 books in the cannon. 1611. I got 80 on. 1611. 80 books in the cannon. 1611. 80 books in the cannon. In the cannon. 80 books in the cannon. In the cannon. 80 books in the cannon. In the cannon. 80 books in the cannon. I got 80 on 1611, 80 books in the can, 1611, 80 books in the can, 80 books in the can, I got the 80 on 1611, 80 books in the can, 1611, 80 books in the can, 80 books in the can. Let's get it. Go and hit the block. Let's get it. I got 80 on. I got the 1611. I got my soldiers with me. Y'all with me? I got my soldiers with me. My Occupants. We come to bring this word. LOC. We come to bring to live. Come on, bring it to him. I got the 80 on. I got 80. 80 books in the can. In the can. Go ahead and give it to him. Come on now. We're dropping precepts. So wake our people up. Bring it out. Taking every step. Take a step. Got your Howard with. Got your Howard with. Your Howard shopping with. Howard shopping with. We on them streets. In the streets. Then we out there preaching. Bring it out. Trying to wake up a nation. Wake them up. That's a different. I know this different. Gotta wake up our people. Gotta wake them up. Even if they don't care. They don't care. And I'm out there serving. Serving, boy. Putting my brick in. What you doing? I got 8 in the cannon. I got 8 in the cannon. I got the 80 on 1611. Got 80 in the cannon. 1611. I got 80 on 1611. I got 80 in the cannon. I got the 80 on. I got 80 in the cannon. 8 in the cannon. Got the KJP. 1611. 1611. I got 80 on 1611. Got 80 in the cannon. I got 80 on. Got 80 on. 80 books in the cannon. In the cannon. 1611. 1611. 1611. 1611. 1611. 1611. I'm meditating. I reminisce about my life. Find demons when I go to sleep. Songs up all night. All praise to the Father to get me out of that life. Grace is running out. I ain't know until I see that last light. I was stuck in the deep end. My jaw was sleeping. Just as much a reason. The fact of like you did it. Take it to the person. I know my life was a button.
Welcome. It's the Figure Out Radio Show. And I'm your Chief Minister Shalimar, and the time is now. Tell a friend to log in. Time is now. Let's do it. You're hearing from my DJ Baruch on the 1 and 2s. DJ Baruch 4 and 1 in the building. Oh, we got a great show set up for you today. I didn't come by myself. I got my co-host. My co-host with the most. They call him the scriptural assassin. Right? Serving up more cold cuts than Publix. Captain and Captain number 1, but lawyer Bunya is in the building. And I got the engineer, Devonair, in the building. Captain Nicole is at the control tower. And I got a special guest for y'all. And I'm not going to talk about it yet, but I got a special guest for y'all today. Got a young phenom in the building. We're going to bring him on in a little bit. But for now, it's the Bring It Out show, the show that's designed to talk about it today, every day, and giving a biblical perspective on these things. Sometimes you might go over things that's in the limelight, things that's happening in Hollywood, or Hollyweird, as most call it, right? We might talk about what's going on in Hollywood. As you see the thumbnail, the streets have been busy, been buzzing about the interview between Katt Williams on the Shay Shay Club Shay Shay show with Shannon Sharp. And also it's been going on in the religious community. A lot of shame, a lot of shade been going down on Pastor TD Jakes. I often make that error. We're going to talk about it. We're going to bring a biblical perspective to the things that's going on in the world. This is the Bring It Out Radio Show. I am the Chief Minister Shalimar. I'm so glad to be here with you this evening. Tell a friend to log in. We're going to wait for all the family to get in the room. Shalom to all those on the early check-in. I do appreciate your comments in the comment board. Your comments will be read and responded to. So if you got questions, statements, concerns, go ahead and drop that in the comment board. All our friends that are on YouTube. All right, and make sure you tell a friend, hurry up, log in, because we about to get started. You don't want to miss a minute. We're going to go into the video. We're going to go into some snippets. We're going to go into analyzing and breaking it down according to the word of God. Because, you know, all things we do here on this show is by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua, right, giving all glory to the power and the Father by him. So let's get Colossians 3, verse 17 without further ado. Let's start it out right. All right. And then we're going to get into, you know, the business at hand.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Adonai Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him.
Right. So giving all praises, all thanks, all glory to the power of Aaron, Isaac, and Jacob for his mercy truly endure forever. We thank the Most High for giving us the blessing of life, the energy, the strength to come upon here and make this thing happen for all our families, right? Because we need to talk about it. Yeah, everybody making reaction videos, but none of the reaction videos I have seen have really captured how do you think the Lord is looking at all what's happening in the earth right now?
Right.
Since you changed your pagan calendar to 2024, since you changed your Gregorian calendar to 2024, since you should change your society's calendar to 2024, a lot's been going down. Of course, anyone that's in the family of the children of the Most High know that this is not the new year. But those of us that know that the Most High, all things are under his thumb and under his power, we see that he's making a move on the earth since you changed your calendar. Right? A lot of things has been happening in the news, in the media, whether it be social, whether it be mainstream, whether it be Fox 5 or, you know, or the Instagram. It's all been buzzing. Facebook, right? A lot of headliners, a lot going on in the earth. And we're here to talk about it.
Right.
Right. And give biblical perspective to the things that we see. So, as always, I like to start out with a scripture. I like to give the Most High the first word. right? Because he reigneth and ruleth forever, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So let's get Jeremiah 13, verse 23.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 23.
Bring that out,
Can the Ethiopian change his skin,
right?
or the leopard his spots?
Right. Can an Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Where's the minister going with this? Why is he talking about Ethiopia and leopards? Well, this analogy, this is a metaphor saying when something is the way it is, it's not going to change. If the Father creates something a certain way, there's nothing you could do about it.
Right.
Right? You could wish the best. You could hope the best. Right? You could hope things change. You could hope on a revelation in the earth, but some things will remain the same. The darkness will always be dark, and the light will always conquer darkness. Truth will always abound over the lie. Right? This is not something that we created. This is something that's set in the heavens. All right? Wisdom will outdo the lie every time. All right, let's read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
Oh, man. that scripture is cold. Read that last part of the verse again.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 23.
It's cold.
Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots?
Go ahead.
Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
Right. If you're accustomed doing evil, there's no good in you. If you're accustomed doing evil, there's no good in you. And this is why we push the commandments to our people. We got to do more good so we do more good. Does that make sense? If we're more accustomed to doing good, more good is going to come out of us. But if we accustom ourselves to doing that which is against the law, statute, commandments of the Most High, we are always going to abound in evil. And that's why a lot of what we see going on in the media today, we looking at the evils that's going on and we shaking our head. We can't believe it. Damn, that's messed up.
Right.
But what do we expect? Don't you understand that the evil will do evil? The unrighteous will abound in unrighteousness. The wicked will do more wickedness. Are you looking for good from evil? Because that doesn't happen, family. Right? A lot of our people are surprised. Katt was exposing a lot of the industry and the lies that they were telling in these little what do you call them? Little groups, little
cliques,
sororities. And I use the word sorority on purpose. All right, fraternities. All right, that's within the culture of entertainment. That you gotta sell your soul. I mean, we've been telling you this since the 80s. The Israelites been on the street corner telling you this from the 80s. And a lot of people didn't believe. They still believed in these people, right?
They told us get a job.
Right? They believe that there's some good in them. Look at them. They look smiley. They look successful. Right? They look blessed.
And highly favored.
And looks can be deceiving. Because when things get uncovered, when the skirt gets lifted up, you get to see what's really going on, what's really good. Continue reading. We're going to read up to the 27th verse.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 24.
Go ahead.
Therefore will I scatter them as the stubbles that passeth away by the wind of the wilderness.
Go ahead.
This is thy lot, the portion of thy measures from me, saith the other one, because thou hast forgotten me and trusted in falsehood.
What?
And trusted in falsehood.
And trusted in Hollywood. Thou hast forgotten me and trusted in Hollywood. See, a lot of our people see these people in the limelight and they make these comedians make you laugh. You make you think they're a good person. Right? You start to think you know them because you spend more time with them seeing them on the television There's a study that if somebody spends 8 hours with someone, they start to believe they know that person. But here's the trick in the day and age that we're living in. You're spending these hours with this person, but in between you and him is what? A lot of lies,
Right.
a lot of illusions that's told to you through the television, through the media, through these this electronics, that you might think you know this person, but you really don't know until somebody tells somebody about what somebody really is, right? And now you looking crazy, right? Like I couldn't believe it. I didn't know. Cat Williams dropped some truth about some of the people that a lot of our people look up to, right? A lot of our people look up to entertainers in our society. They have become the leaders of our people, entertainers, right? Forget about the scholars, right? The well-written. We're looking at entertainers now as our role models, right? Because they get all the airplay. And that's why they get all the limelight. They get all the press. They get all the camera time. They get all the likes, right? They get all the views. And that's why our people tend to put them in the wrong perspective. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 26.
Go ahead.
Therefore will I discover thy skirts upon thy face, that thy shame may appear.
Right. He said, I'm gonna discover thy skirts upon thy face. What does that mean? I mean, he's gonna expose you right in front of your face.
Right.
And you're gonna be ashamed, right? You're gonna start making excuses. You're gonna start saying, oh, this brother's better. Oh, it ain't happen like that. Oh, you're gonna start going in your bag of excuses. But a lot of us know where there's smoke, there's fire. Right. And a lot of us know and could tell and attest that a lot of when somebody speak the truth, it's a lot of coincidences that link up. You know what I mean? It ain't sounding too far-fetched. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
Verse 27. I have seen thy adulteries.
I've seen that what?
Thy adulteries.
Go ahead.
In thy kneeings. The lewdness of thy whoredom.
The what?
The lewdness of thy whoredom.
Go ahead.
And thine abominations on the hills in the fields.
Right. So, man, all through Hollywood is known for what? Let's call it S parties, right? And which we're gonna use S for sex, right?
Right.
S parties, and in between those S parties is S assault that goes down, and a lot of time in these a
lot of Epsteins going on.
A lot of Epsteins, man. A lot of Epsteinism going on, right? A lot of Hugh Hefnering, right? a lot of a lot of Diddy Bop going on, right? A lot of Diddy Bop, a lot of
everybody Diddy bopping in Hollywood.
Everybody right Diddy bopping in Hollywood these days, right? What goes on at these guys' houses, man? It goes back to a lot of us have got a little age on us. It goes back to Hugh Hefner's mansion. Then it became Epstein's house, and now it's Diddy's house. Something go on in these houses in Hollywood that you just don't want to know. You listen,
right. They're not having
bad things, man. What the scriptures call it, whoredoms, right? He called it lewdness. That's what's going on in there. Lewd means disgusting, or sexually revolting. That's what lewdness is, right? And we already know what adulteries are, right? Everybody's wife is everybody's wife, right? These men run through so many women, they don't know who was the last one, right? And unfortunately, a lot of our women, they love to have it so. Anything to be a part of the pie, a part of the limelight. You know what I mean? There's a new thing. It wasn't new to me. It might not be new, but there's a page called what's it called? FO pages. or OF pages. You
Oh,
know about this?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. I understand something is going on in the world. I just got put onto this earlier today. There's OnlyFans pages going on. And I suppose on these pages, it's uncensored. And a lot of women are doing these OnlyFans pages to get, some sort of recognition that they ought not to want. There was a lady from Home Depot. I guess she's a very attractive lady, and she took a picture of herself, and everybody wanted to get a fans only page, but she rebuked them and said she's a lady of God, and said, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? A lot of our people got a zeal for the Lord in their heart, man. They just got no instructions, man. These pastors and preachers, they're gonna pay for what they've done to our people, man.
Right.
By allowing them to believe that they can serve God with no laws, man. You know what I mean? A lot of them gonna pay for what they've taught our people and resonate in their heart, man. A lot of you got a zeal for God. Listen, man, you got to come back to the commandments, man. That's the only way to serve God. Don't let nobody fool you into anything else. Christ did not come for you to break the commandments, but he came for you to get an opportunity to keep the commandments and for you to be under his blood and under his tutelage and under his instruction, under his grace in keeping his word and keeping those commandments. That's another topic for another day, but I had to put that out there, Katt. So what you got in the bag, Katt? What lewdness and adulteries you got to expose? This Katt is bringing it up on the screen. We're going to go in and we're going to see a clip of what went down with Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay.
Oh, you want to go straight to that one, or you want to go to the TD one first?
It don't matter to me. I'm just trying to figure out which one you're going to.
Okay, we could do the Cat in the Hat.
We'll do the Cat in the Hat first? We'll do that one first. Okay. Failures.
I thought they was lying, and
all right, fam. I just want to make sure we cover ourselves.
This particular alcohol
failures
is stronger than you think it would be, probably by about 2, and unbelievably smoother and milder by the same maybe 30% than you could possibly expect. And unlike cognacs the world over, this one doesn't taste like wood at the end, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial colors, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial flavors. It's a fine product.
He's a connoisseur. You can tell he's a connoisseur. He's a
Christian fan base. He them how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here, and that's why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told.
For the
you know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate
and
that.
I made a safe place for the truth to be told.
All
you
right,
know what
so
I mean?
hold on.
Because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told.
And that's
You
what
know
we
what I
have
mean?
here.
I appreciate
And
that.
Right? A safe place for the truth to be told, man, because that ultimately is what's going to bring us, to make the biggest change in this world, the truth. I think of Malcolm X said in one of his speeches that the all you need to battle against our oppressor, right, is the truth.
Right.
That's the most powerful thing you can speak. Speak truth to life, truth to family, truth to community, truth to the Most High, the truth about the Heavenly Father. So this is definitely a quest of truth, and truth doesn't have to, it doesn't have to hide, it doesn't have to be shunned. It can stand strong. So shout out to Katt for giving homage to truth. All right, let's go ahead.
I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here and lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Katt Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike, and Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now three quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian. Story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
All right.
You didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know
That's definitely something to be asking him about.
You know, a lot of these celebrities, they always say that they're Christians, right? That they believe in the Most High God, and like Katt is bringing out, why are you in a dress? Why are you playing a role as a woman? And you're supposed to be a Christian. You're supposed to have Christian followers. You know what I'm saying?
And Christians supposed to follow God. How does God feel about a man dressing up as a woman? Right? Could he do that according to the word of God? Could a man dress up as a woman? Could he be a cross dresser? Is this thing good with the Father? Let's pull that scripture real quick. Numbers 22, verse 5.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5.
Go ahead.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Right.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are an abomination.
They are what?
Are an abomination.
Bernice Jenkins.
Are an abomination.
Right. Tyler Perry with Medea.
Are an abomination.
Read.
Unto Yahweh thy power.
All right. So we already see out the gate. Katt, first person he talked about, he already revealing sin. And what I was talking to earlier when we went over the scripture about the Egyptian and the leopard spots and the Egyptian skin is that once you enter that world of sin, you are now a servant of sin. Does everybody understand that? That's what the truth came to save us from, being servants of sin, being subservient to sinful behavior. They'll catch you with putting a dress on. They're not gonna come at you right away with homosexuality.
Right.
They'll just have you put a dress on, right? Then they have you put a little makeup on, right? Then they have you go to a certain party. And then they're gonna try you a certain, Satan don't just come out the gate as Satan. He wants to befriend you first, get your comfort, your comfort zone, get in your comfort zone, put your walls down. And then he starts saying, okay, if you could pass that, if you could be okay with that, or how about this? Right? Go ahead. Continue.
An athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was.
Sir, no one, why no? He was with KD. He beat up Terry Crews. Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and what?
Freedom. Freedom is why I love doing apartment deals, just like the one you're seeing on the screen
I
now.
thought Esau was about to give a breakdown of this ad.
So Ricky Smiley knows this. And I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie. But I was right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie. But I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respect the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy,
Right.
where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped.
I mean,
So
that's
considering
that's a piece of truth right there he dropped there, man. You know, the sodomy of our people is never something to scoff at or to laugh at. You know, that's something that happened to us as a people in the hand of our oppressors. You know, and when they get our, you know, give me that a boy for wine and Joel, right? When they get their hands on us because of the nature of our oppressor, the colonizer, the European, this is something that he enjoyed or found, you know, as something that ought to be done. I know the Egyptians in their own hieroglyphics, they would rape a man to try to show themselves powerful over that man,
Right.
to break his power. They called it buck breaking, right? They did it in America in the time of slavery, that taking a man in that way would change a man's heart, his mind. He would have no more fight left in him, right? It would feminize a man, right? So that definitely is nothing funny and nothing to scoff at. What you holding, brother?
I actually have a video because you know what Katt Williams is saying is true. You know, a lot of our people they quote unquote sell their souls
Right.
to get in these positions, and they have to do things that's really against the Most High God.
Right.
You know what I mean? That brings shame to us as a people. Because this is a perfect example. And, you know, he's gonna mention his brother later on in this interview, but I just had to play this video real quick. Kevin Hart.
Failures.
What are you doing, man? Hey, you gotta be kidding me. What up, boy?
Who told you to get out the car?
Hey, dude, get up. What are you doing, man? Get your hands off me, Shut up.
Were you talking on the phone while operating a motor vehicle?
What are you talking? I was talking to you, jackass.
Shut up.
All right.
You know what they're gonna do to you in jail?
Why am I going to jail?
Let me show you.
Hey,
That's what's gonna happen to your little ass. You know what they're gonna do to you in jail?
why am I going to jail?
Let me show you.
Hey,
That's what's gonna happen to your little ass in jail. Do you in jail?
why am I going to jail?
Let me show you.
Hey,
That's what's gonna
And they
happen to
say
your little
Katt
ass.
Williams is crazy, right?
Oh my God! He's not even
Man, listen.
He's not a cop. Dude, it's just
Like I said, all right. The evil of our people, the evil of our people run deep, man. The lewdness and the wickedness of our people run deep. There goes another one of your stars, right? Or was that Shaq, right? Yes, you thought he was the Shackster, the Shackinator, right? Right. Little that you know, he looked real comfortable doing that foolishness to Kevin Hart. He didn't look like he was out of place at all.
He like a Diddy natural.
How
He
much
was Diddy
brothers
bopping.
on the line? I don't care how much they could give me $100,000 for the role, right? To play that part that Shaq just played, right? Put a one in the chat if it doesn't matter how much money they would offer you. You would never do that to another man. Not even faking it, not even as a joke. not even with no clothes, not even just the way they did that skit. Could they pay you? If there is no amount of money on the earth, put a 1 in the chat, right? If there's no amount of money on the earth for you to stand behind another man and act like he's a woman, even for a second, right? You lose your dignity and your respect in that second. In that second, I don't remember how much points Shaq scored when he was playing basketball, right? Let me tell you something. It takes a long time to build credibility. It takes 1 second to destroy it. Long time to build a name, you could destroy it in 1 scene. All right. What scripture you was holding, brother?
Go on. The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 3.
The lewdness of our people. Go ahead.
And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot.
A boy for a what?
A harlot.
Giving a boy for a harlot. What's a harlot? That's a woman that's used just for sexual pleasure. They gave a boy to be in place of a woman that's used for sexual pleasure. That's a shame, man. Right? That's a shame. But in Hollywood, they think it's funny. Right? That's right, Mike. That video ain't funny at all. Not even by the least. But a lot of our people, they snick at stuff like that. You know why? Because we've been desensitized, right, against that homosexuality. We've been desensitized for it, right? We used to it, and we got to get unused to it, right? We gonna bring out. Let's bring. You know what? Let's go further with the cat. I got my special guest. He waiting in the wings. I'm ready to bring him up online. He got a lot of information, you know, in his bag with him. So let's get through this couple minutes with Katt. Then I'm gonna bring him up on. Family, I thought everybody logging in. Tell a friend to log in. Make sure you share this video on all platforms. Share it over to your Facebook and to your Instagram. All right, tell the fam to get up in here because the minister is talking and he brought the captain with him. And we are locked and loaded with this topic today. All right?
That's the real story? Why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was going to play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Katt Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm going to be funnier than you. What he told everybody was Katt Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steve and Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then he was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018. You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and he
name dropping it. He bringing people that name up in the business that wasn't even there. He bring Mark Curry's in the building. He name dropping. That's how you can tell he not trying to hold nothing back, man. He name dropping, and he's like, man, let somebody tell me I'm wrong, right? He's exposing the theft of his intellectual property, which is his jokes. And I mean, I'm not surprised. Comedians do that. They take artists, take inspiration from each other, steal jokes and things of that. So I'm not surprised by that. You know what I mean? That's not a revelation. All right. But what is the revelation is that these things that he's speaking about, that people would have rather these things have been hidden. Right. And they don't want to own up to things. Right. If I get a good joke or a breakdown for somebody, I'm gonna talk about it. This is where I got it from. Right. I watch other leaders and other speakers speak. I don't know. There's no way I'm gonna sit here and talk about something originally mine, and it's not. Right? Why wouldn't I do that? Let's see why I wouldn't do that. What's the problem? Why can't a man or woman of the Most High just say whatever they feel like saying and take no pride in the truth? Let me look at Lion Lips.
Was an abomination?
Yeah, we get that.
1 second. Proverbs. Book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Lying lips are an abomination to Yahweh.
Right. So this is why we stuck in telling the truth. Because the Father said lying lips is abomination to the Father, man. Right? We can't just say whatever we want to say and embellish. The Father also talks to us about bearing false witness. He also talks to us about being a fraud, right? Not to defraud one another. So we have laws that govern us away from those type of behaviors, and we're not allowed to move in that arena when it comes to making up, something that somebody else did, or standing against the blood of that brother, acting like we don't know something when we do know it, right? There's a lot of instances where we're found, and the Father makes sure he corrects our speech and holds our speech accountable. These men in the Hollywood in the industry, their speech is not held accountable, right? I mean, even Katt Williams, man, he went off when he said he put in a contract for Ricky Smiley to wear a dress, man. We're not supposed to be encouraging wickedness, man. Right? We're not supposed to be encouraging it, right? And Tyler Perry, yes, it might be a true statement because they're not interested. They can't hold a crowd or hold somebody's attention unless they're in a dress, but they should never be in a dress. If anything, get another profession, man. All right? UPS is hiring. All right? Let's read. Let's go back to the video.
And then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good old baby and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there.
I don't know, Katt. We might not let you drink anymore the way you. I mean, we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you.
Shay try to blame it on 2023. He try to blame it on alcohol. He try to blame it on alcohol.
Products.
Right.
It's Amazon's other company.
We do call it truth serum, though. Sometimes alcohol bring out that truth serum. right? They call them wine and spirits, right? They do bring out that ability not to hold back. What you pulling, Cap? I see the wheels
Give me
turning.
1 second. You just remind me of a scripture.
Uh-huh.
It's all right. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Right. As the captain dials up that verse, sometimes a little bubbly, a little alcohol make you speak your mind. All right, go ahead.
The book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19, verse 11 and 12.
Bring it out.
A fool travaileth with a word,
right?
Has a woman in labor of a child,
right?
Has an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh.
Go ahead.
So is a word within a fool's belly.
Right. So, man, sometimes you can't hold it in,
and we can see he can't hold it in right now.
He's just pouring out, right? Like an arrow's in his thigh. If an arrow's in your thigh, what's the only thing that you want? You want to get that arrow out. You want to get it out. He said, I had to come on the show. I seen them come on your show, Shannon, and I had to come on the show and set the record straight.
What did he say? He said, a fat phase-on love lie.
Listen, family, we just going into this. Why? Because what's really going on here? What is the Most High doing? Y'all might look at this as just an interview with Katt Williams.
Wait, hold up.
But what's the Father really doing?
We gotta let it ride a little bit more. I know you
right.
you want to go, but we gotta let him say the right thing. He's about to say it.
Okay.
Or to be.
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
It seems to me, Katt, that you had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened. It's untrue. And there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't 3 For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't 3 random guys. The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. Anybody that listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? Because he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secret cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets. And this is the age of truth. And the truth entwined and they share secrets, and this is the age of truth, and the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. Katt's on drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was inebriated? I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons. Why would we tell these ridiculous stories? Because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
Yes.
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't dislike all the Cowboys. Katt, damn, you like this?
No, that's
okay,
not.
What comedians do you like?
Did you play against the team?
Yes.
I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
Recently, for no reason at all, I asked Mint Mobile's legal
He's going
team.
in, family. He's definitely going in. And what he's exposing right now is that when you see individuals in the limelight, in comedy, in Hollywood, you don't realize that they're all part of a fraternity. There are fraternities and sororities in the entertainment arena. And these fraternities and sororities, don't allow others in the mix and they make opportunity for their own. That's why these things were created, these secret societies, these secret groups. I mean, I'm going to say these things exist in the corporate world. They also exist in, games and people repping their set, people repping their area code, right? Unfortunately, it even happens in the truth, right? People are only repping their school or their, or their brand, or their acronym, right? And this is not good.
I actually have a precept for you too, Chief.
What you got?
It's a case in point on what Katt Williams was saying in Ezekiel 20:32. And that which cometh into your mind, this is the Most High speaking to our people, shall come into your mind shall not be at all. That ye say, we will be as the heathen, has the families of the countries to serve wood and stone. So the reason why I bring out this scripture is when Katt Williams is saying like there's like a clique, there's like a brotherhood, or like you're saying like there's a fraternity. The reason why our people do things like this because we're emulating what we see the nations do.
Right.
Because on a higher scale, they have little cliques and brotherhoods, and they gatekeep who they let in and out.
The Illuminati,
right?
The international bankers, the IMF, right? NATO,
the Rothschilds,
right? They have all these secret groups that come together, all right? That cause that make rules and laws behind the scenes, secret camaraderies, right? So I get what you're going with it. I get where you're going with it, and we want to emulate what they do because we're under the impression that their success is because of what they do,
right?
And their success is only because of what we do, right? Our failure is their success, right? We on a seesaw with these nations, right? We go down, they go up. But when we start coming up, they got to go down. All praises to the Most High in the name of the Mashiach Yahushua. So I see where you're going with it, Cap. Right? But that's not going to cover them, man. That's,
right.
These oaths. The Most High said you can't make no oath, right? Verse goes, you can't make no oath to nobody, right? Your oath is supposed to be to the Father and the Most High. You make an oath to something else, right? These be those gods, right? That's you serving those gods. Remember, gods is not only talking about the Most High God. God is talking about anyone that has authority is considered a god. And you make homage and oath to these gods, these groups and these religions, religious leaders, and you make oath with them. Like, I'm gonna follow you. I'm with you, man. We a group. We gonna stick together. Back when I was a younger, as they say in England, when I was a younger, right? My I'ma put me in the Boy Scouts. Yeah, that's right. I was there, right? And they make you do something called your blood brother. And they'll literally prick your finger, and they'll prick his finger, and you had to shake hands, right? Of course, that wouldn't pass nowadays. Nowadays, man, that post-COVID, that ain't going down, right? Post-AIDS, that ain't going down. AIDS was not even around those days. I mean, it might have been around, but it wasn't known what the problem was, right? So, but in the Boy Scouts, they used to have what is called blood brothers. And you'll cut your hand, they'll prick your finger, they prick your other finger, and you had to shake hands, right? Which is a very evil custom, right? A very evil custom, which is still carried on in Hollywood today, but they go a little further than pricking on your hand, all right? All right, there's a lot of oaths that's made in the society, and they all bent on fornication. If they can't get you in the midst of some sort of wicked fornication act, you can't be a part of the group. Why? Because they can't trust you. If they have nothing to expose about you, they can't trust you. So they want to catch you in something that you don't want to be exposed. So now they know, okay, you down. You're not gonna reveal me, because you reveal me, I'm gonna reveal you. So they let you into the inner room, right?
Diddy's house.
Inner room. Now you get to go to Diddy's house, right? You get to go upstairs at Diddy's house, right? You ain't just in the courtyard. You inside the house and you upstairs. Why? Because you was willing to sell your soul and give yourself over to, these groups and these activities. You got more on Katt?
It's about to get better. Fine.
Put on funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just caught a straight.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0. So why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist, that's all. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I don't harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. You get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do a program. You get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen,
that's true. Even in sports.
Hold on. Could somebody pull up Shannon Sharp's wife for me, please? Can somebody pull up Shannon Sharp wife for me? I don't know how he could have said. He said to Shannon, he played it off well, but he took it hard because it can't get lighter skin than that. It gets no lighter skin than that, family. So Katt Williams spoke a whole bunch of truth. He spoke that truth right in front of that man's face. All right? It don't get lighter skin than Esau. I don't see how much lighter you can get. All right. So Shannon had to eat that piece of the truth right there. But when you make the limelight, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife. Zoom in on her face. Zoom in on her face. I don't make these things up, brothers and sisters. I don't make this up. This is real. This is BTO show at his best, man. A light-skinned, weird-faced wife, Katt Williams, said, when you get to the big leagues, you know, Shannon Sharp he's a Hall of Famer, and an excellent football player, one of the best to ever do the business, right? But this is what you get in this kingdom, right? That's the prize, right? All right, that's the prize for, for shining in this kingdom, right? So if you consider that a prize, then I guess you get what you get. But I'm going to stick with my sisters. Hallelujah. I'm going to stick with my sisters. I don't want no part of that business right there. So, I'm going to stay in the minor leagues, right? I ain't going into the major leagues.
We're not going to Diddy's house.
I'm not going to Diddy's house. Matter of fact, I'm not going on his block. I'm not going to his community. All right? Let's roll.
Cap says, put Ricky Smiley wife. So I don't know who's his wife.
Ricky Smiley's still dating. He's not married. He's still out there. That's why I said Shannon Sharp.
He floating around.
He dealing with everything. So he ain't make it to the big leagues. Ricky Smiley's not big leagues. He not Shannon Sharp kind of money.
Yeah.
All right. For sure. He is not the big leagues. So let's not get it twisted.
Let's go right back to the video real quick.
20 years, won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude?
So I don't think anybody noticed. If you look at his chain, right? It says woke on there.
Yep.
Like how the Most High says awake unto righteousness.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just noticed that. This is my third time watching the video, and I just noticed that right now. And that goes into what we were talking about earlier. A lot of times we got to pay attention to how the Most High is talking to us.
Right.
Just like when he used that brother throwing the Alabama bra hat to put a spirit on our people that we need to defend ourselves from the nations because they hate us. So we need to stick together. The Most High is using Katt Williams as a vessel, not saying that he's going to be the next Moses.
Not at all.
But he's using him as a vessel to get our attention to what he's probably about to start off the quote-unquote calendar year in. Start unveiling a lot of things that's been going on. You know what I mean? He's setting the stage to reveal a lot of things that's really been in the dark the whole time.
You know, you don't got to be righteous for the Most High to use you. I mean, if those are no biblical prophecy, man, Most High used Nebuchadnezzar.
I'm about to get a piece of you right now.
The Most High used, Alexander the Greek. All right. Antiochus Epiphanes. All right. The Most High used the wicked to do wickedness. Right. I'm thinking Proverbs 16:4, I believe it is. But what you got?
The book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Thus saith Yahweh to his anointed, to Cyrus,
right,
whose right hand I have holden to subdue the nations before him.
Right. So Cyrus is not even a Hebrew. Right. Cyrus is of what nation is Cyrus of?
If I remember correctly, he's a Persian.
The Persians, right. Cyrus is a Persian. So he's not of the Most High's chosen people, but he called them anointed. What does anointed mean? That just means you've been selected. You have been given the task.
Right.
Right? And you're going to achieve the task that you were given. You are anointed to do this task and to fulfill this task. Go ahead.
To subdue nations before him, I will loose the loins of kings to open before him the two-leaved gates, and the gates shall not be shut.
Meaning that he was going to make the king scared of him. He said he's going to loosen the loins. What does that mean? They got no guts when he roll up. He said, Cyrus, they ain't going to have no guts when you roll up. So what the captain is bringing out is that the Most High can use whoever he wants to use.
Right.
Here he's using Katt, not to put Katt on a pedestal, but to expose some of the people that our people call good and call great. And we're going to do a lot of that today, right? We're going to expose some of the people that the people call good and call great because they're not as good as you think they are. Right?
They canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side, the black dude. Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
That's what I wanted to get right there.
That's it, man. TD Jakes and all of them going to be exposed. We're going to touch on TD Jakes and all of them, but we're going to bring it over. I want to bring up the young phenom, right? Introduce him to the Bring It Out radio show, and he will be a regular on the show going forward, right? I'm looking forward to hearing all that he has to bring. This brother is well informed, right? He casts his ear to the streets, right? He knows what's going on in the front office, and he also knows what's going on in the top floor. I'm gonna bring him on. I'm gonna bring him from the backstage. This is our brother, like no other brother. I'm a Watazar. Come on stage, brother.
Shalom, shalom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach Barak Thumb. I just want to say a mighty salute to Chief as well as Captain Amawan for inviting me to the platform. I'm truly honored to share, what the Most High has blessed me with to definitely help our nation to grow as a people.
That's it, brother. I know you're going to be a man of information. Right? And the nation is in need of that information. So I want to just, we're going to introduce you today, but let the family know he's going to be a staple on this show going forward. He's going to come up on what us in from the beginning, but I wanted to give him that intro, that ability to everybody to know this is his first show. And I already know what he's going to do, but I'm going to just let him do what he do. And we're going to turn the mic over to you, brother.
Khan, the water for that, Chief. It was a mighty, mighty, mighty intro, and I appreciate you, brothers, for that. And just to kind of recap, because I was listening in the background to what you guys were bringing out, which was truly mighty through the spirit. But I find it kind of ironic or coincidental that right around the time of the whole Epstein, with the list coming out, then now Katt William is kind of like explaining, kind of opening up everything that's been hidden in the dark, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because a couple days ago you had Kelly Price, who was a former R&B singer and a gospel singer. She brought out a certain gospel artists like Kirk Franklin and a few other individuals that were doing the same thing. So definitely the Most High is placing a spirit on these individuals to bring the truth out.
We have that Kelly Price, man.
Oh man.
Matter of fact, we want to play a little bit of that. Cue it up to the 5 minute mark, 5 minute 20-second mark. And I want to spill a little beans right there because she said some powerful things. She said some powerful things. So I want to cue that up. If we can, to the 5 minute and 24-second mark. If you can.
Because I haven't sold it to anybody.
Back it up a little bit.
It's not mine to sell.
Was using that as a deflection because she was getting called out for her own rude behavior.
Right. Check this out,
down on her comments, and this is what she said.
My soul belongs to God because I haven't sold it to anybody. It's not mine to sell. These people out here selling their soul, they're selling things that don't belong to them. I'm not even about calling out names. People can assume what they want to assume. Wasn't but for artists on the show that I was a judge on.
She about to bring it out.
I was on a show with Kirk Franklin,
Campbell,
Jonathan McReynolds, and there was me.
And what's up?
My husband was with me at work every day.
Every day. That's a wife right there.
And I'm going to leave that right there. I know a lot. I said a lot of things today. I'm not backing off from any of them. I'm one of the very few artists who have been able to record and tour with both gospel and R&B artists. And the lives that are lived by the people that you worship.
Check this out.
Are despicable and disgusting. My heart was broken when I saw the things that happened on the road with a lot of these artists. Doing shows with these artists, all kinds of stuff. My heart was broken because there was still a part of me that believed.
That what?
That holiness without which no man. Part of me that believed that holiness without which no man shall see the Lord. That's biblical also. It took for me to tour and to work and to do shows with these artists that call themselves gospel artists and preachers who tried to get in my bed.
What they trying to do?
You won't get it for free.
You
tried to get in my bed. And preachers tried to get in my bed.
They try to bring her to the sanctify. They try to sanctify her. All right, that's it for my sister Kelly Price. Shout out to Kelly Price bringing out the truth and let it be known that these pastors and preachers are dirt dogs. The scriptures call them what they call them, dirty dogs in the scriptures,
dogs.
Right? Dumb dogs, right? But go ahead, I'm gonna watch this up.
Yeah, so the water chief. So just with that being said, you know, with the whole Epstein list and everything, practically all of Hollywood is there. And then if we know anything about Hollywood and all of these industries, the music industry, the entertainment industry, who runs it? It's Amalek. So we cannot be too surprised at these things because, you know, when you go further into the video with Katt Williams, he explains that that gentleman, Harvey Weinstein, even came to him with a proposition, you know. So we have to be aware that, you know, all of this matter of wickedness and things of that nature, our people are willing to sell out for that. And I actually have a precept in regards to that. That I wanted to share with y'all. This is in the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 9. And it reads, "But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and in perdition."
Right, and in perdition. That's exactly right. Evils, man.
Exactly. So, you know, if we think about it, anybody who is a celebrity, there's somebody holding the reins. You know what I mean? Like, for example, what Katt Williams had talked about a weird faced light skinned woman. Well, look what happened with the brother Jonathan Mayers with that whole trial incident. Now, all of a sudden, now he's caught up in between a rock and a hard place, and who he's with. Now, all of a sudden, now he's with a sister, which is Megan Good. But it's too late because now they've already prosecuted him and his entire career has been destroyed because why? You think you're one of them. I think the problem with our people is once they come up with just a little bit, they forget that who the enemy is. And now you want to act all light skinned like hey, they're gonna always accept you when that's not truly the case. And that's why Katt Williams is bringing that out to the forefront because Ricky Smiley, not too long ago, he had a video where Ricky Smiley just broke down and started crying. This was a couple days ago. So this is just letting us know that kind of like what Katt Williams was saying is the Most High is using these individuals to bring them out in the forefront to expose all those things that are hidden in the darkness.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, look, man. We've been saying it. The Israelites been saying it for so long. I mean, it sounded like we didn't know what we were talking about. We've been trying to tell you that Hollyweird is exactly what it is, but they thought we were just being haters. All right, we told you all these men, even these rappers, even these gangster rappers, is a bunch of homosexuals. They said we was haters. But now the Most High in 2024, like he said, is between God's people and the other people. And God's people don't give a damn about the other side, right? All praise to Yahweh. We don't care. We're going to let it be known, right? I believe it was Michael King that said, let freedom ring from the high mountain, right? So we got to speak the truth from the high mountain, right? Any chance and opportunity that we get, right? Family, I'm going to watch this out on the show, and you know it's nothing but the latest and the greatest information that, I mean, it's just going to be a beautiful thing, right?
It's like to add on a little bit to what you're saying, it is happening right now.
Yeah.
You know, God's side versus the other side, which is the Israelites versus everybody.
So the Israelites versus everybody.
So he is saying, and matter of fact, brothers recently uploaded on social media, Katt Williams came across Israelites and he gave donations at camp. I believe he came across GMS. They were out there speaking. So brothers have been uploading that like crazy, like early for the last couple of days.
So they know where the truth is at. They all know where the truth is at. They walk by, but they wanted that bag, you know. And you know, when think about Satan is you run with him for a little while, and then he drop you off. And he drop you off with a bag of hard feelings, right? And a lot of these entertainers, when that money, doesn't do it for them anymore, they start to feel the repercussions of selling their soul. You know what I mean? I mean, how am I gonna look at Shaq and Kevin Hart the same after that damn commercial? You know what I'm saying? Well, I can't look at them the same, man.
Shanique, his name is Shaniqua now.
You know what I mean? I can't look at y'all the same, man. Y'all finished. And that's what another thing was exposed about Kevin Hart. I believe Katt exposed that too, right?
He just appeared out of nowhere.
Right, he appeared out of nowhere, and he had to wear a dress. And Kevin Hart was found on video saying he would never wear a dress when he first came out. And the first time he reached the Saturday Night Live, they put a dress on. And some curls. And he walked out there with that dress, that curls, and the makeup on his face, and did what he had to do because he sold that soul. You know what I mean? So, family, you got to understand, we are bringing these things up for what reason? You got to know that the enemy is real, brothers. Don't think the enemy is a figment of your imagination. And we are here to let you know, if you're not standing hard with the Father, right? If you're not standing on these commandments, he will get you. He'll get you, right? Christianity makes our people weak. It's the weakening of our people, right? Make people love without laws, so that when Satan comes, they have no defense, right? They can't tell Satan, thou shalt not. Satan just say, long as Jesus loves you, you be okay, right? You can do what you want to do, right? Like the serpent told Eve, you won't surely die.
You be straight.
Like, you be all right.
You be good.
You be good. A lot of these entertainers. So, I mean, what else you got in the headliners? I'm on this up before we go on.
Also, I just wanted to touch real quick on what you were talking about these fraternities. So the name of the fraternity is called the Sigma Pi Phi, which is also known as the Boule. And this is the fraternity which is amongst the so-called Black aristocrats, celebrities, athletes, what have you, you know. And the crazy part about it is that one of the major founders, or a few of the major founders, you had W.B. Du Bois, you had Reverend Martin Luther King,
that's right,
as well as you have Oprah Winfrey, Thurgood Marshall, pretty much you name it. Anybody that has a staple in our community is part of this actual fraternity. Right. So it's not too surprising. It's not too surprising that all of these celebrities do what they do for actual fame. And I'll be honest with you, Chief and Captain, even watching the Katt Williams, I even look at Katt Williams side-eye. Because for you to be airing out all of this information and all of that, and you haven't been touched yet, lets me know that you're still part of it, because they're not going to allow you to do anything or just be off the leash without then having somebody to monitor your moves and what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely the Most High is using him. I believe the Most High put this word in his mouth, and he's yet to feel the backlash of this word. It's kind of like when Kanye jumped out.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like when Kyrie Irving jumped out. It's kind of like when Dave Chappelle jumped out. They jump out because they're frustrated, because they in that world, but things didn't quite go the way they planned, right? And they didn't quite want to go as far as that world wanted them to go. They thought they could sin a little, right? You can't sin a little with Shaitan. Once you enter that world, he's gonna take you all the way in. Right? You can't just put one toe in. You can't just put one part in. That's not going to be adequate, right? You need to come all in. And when it was time for them to come on in, they backed out.
Mm-hmm.
And when they backed out, they cried out. But like you said about Katt, I mean, he's yet to receive whatever backlash he's gonna get for that interview. Or maybe Esau is so proud right now, he's kind of to the point like, what you gonna do about it anyway? You know what I mean? Expose because remember, the Father said in the last days he's gonna expose everything that he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And what you gonna do about it anyway? To be honest with y'all, you know what I mean? So, it's just to break the heart. Like Kelly Price said, our heart was broken. And that's a beautiful thing she said right there. Your heart needs to be broken. Then you need to bring it to the Most High, right? Because he receives broken hearts, right? He don't receive proud people. He don't receive people that believe they're right. He received the brokenhearted so he could get you right with the Father, all right? So, hopefully she has this cast and starts to study and know that she's a Hebrew Israelite, according to the Bible, maybe she already know that already. That's why our heart is broken now, right? Let's get Nahum 3 and 4. Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. We're going to get back in these scriptures, and we're going to get back. I didn't get a chance to even touch on T.D. Jakes. I might have to save him. I mean, I don't know. We might have some time, but that's a whole nother ball of wax, man. That brother there needs to be brought to the front of the room, spoken to, right? Harshly. All right, go ahead.
The book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot.
Of the what?
Of the well-favored harlot.
The multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot. Okay. What is that talking about? That one in the limelight, right? You know, that's man or woman. This is metaphorical for man and woman wanting just to sell themselves, lay down with everything, right? Intertwine with everything. That well-favored harlot, that beautiful harlot, right? Beautiful to the eye, but disgusting on the inside, right? Read.
The mistress of witchcrafts.
The what?
The mistress of witchcrafts.
Right? The mistress of witchcraft. She's a wife to witchcraft. All right? Go ahead.
That selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts.
Go ahead.
Behold, I am against thee, saith Yahweh of hosts.
Right. So this is why he's going to be exposing a lot of what we see with our people and with these other nations in these last days. He's against them. He's against all of this, right? He let it go on for a long time. But as he prepares the earth for the children of Israel, he's going to start kicking against these things, right? They had a good run, right? They got to build their societies, the boule, and they had to get the richest people on the earth.
Right.
They got theirs, right? But who got next?
We got next.
That's right. They got theirs already, but theirs is coming to an end. Go ahead.
And I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness.
I will do what?
I will show the nations thy nakedness.
And now it's being revealed all over the earth how wicked and evil America really is.
Right.
Right? Nobody's fooled. Right? Even, I mean, from Ukraine to Russia to all the I always forget Korea, right?
North Korea.
They see the evil of America. They look over the waters and go, man, that is an evil place. Right? That is an evil place. We don't want them over here. We don't want their influence in our countries.
Right.
Father said he would do it.
Go on.
Read.
And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock.
As a what?
As a gazing stock.
Now everybody's looking. How vile. Where the word vile means disgusting. Right? The Hollywood of America is. And how they have anybody that's involved in there is subject to spiritual fornication, physical fornication on a high level, right? Anyone and everyone that's involved, right? Even that one that you don't think it is, he is, right? Him too, right? Right? Him too, right? So there's no safe place up there, right? But let's turn over to since we have a little bit of time left. I like to touch on T.D. Jakes because Katt didn't mention T.D. Jakes when he was going over all the people in Hollywood that are caught out there. But T.D. Jakes he's not really in Hollywood. He's on the pulpit.
Right.
Right? He's at the Potter's house. Right? He's not in Hollywood. I thought he was a preacher man. Right? What you're going to find out is that the direct connection between, Tyler Perry made a direct connection between the church, right? And the Christian church and the weird behavior of celebrities. When you make pastors celebrities, they're one and the same. TD Jakes is no different. Celebrity pastor found at Diddy house, hanging out with Diddy, doing the Diddy bop. Right. There was some video from his wife confessing that he's a homosexual.
Hey, Salakia Chief, I also wanted to let you know there's another video where one of his mentees came out and was saying that how TD Jakes was trying to groom him, and every now and then he would send him like flirtatious text messages talking about, hey, when am I going to see you again? Hey, we should come and hang out together and stuff like that. So
we should hang out together.
Madness.
Talking about, hey is for horses, man. Get off my phone. All right. Let's play this video real quick. Timestamp on that one. I think it's like 120.
Yo. When Kings talk, the conversation different, but you already know that, baby. I'm your boy, William 23. Guess what? I got some more.
His wife, Sarita Jakes, and her 2 sons. She claimed that Sarita was aware of TD Jakes' homosexuality prior to their marriage, suggesting that she entered into the union as a means to conceal his lifestyle. This decision was suggesting that she entered into the union as a means to conceal his lifestyle.
So TD Jakes got married just to conceal that he was into homosexuality.
Looks a little fruity in that picture right there.
Yeah, he does.
A little fruity. You can't see it on him.
Whole lot of cornstarch.
You don't see the pixie dust. You can see it on him. One of TD Jakes' sermons, he said that marriage is between a man and a woman, and I believe he believes that, right? Because he reads the Bible, right? But he also believes that fornicating with men is something that he can do. He just can't marry them. Madness. All right, go ahead. Read all that.
Listen, Diddy really anointed him with his own olive oil. For real.
Let's go on.
To TD Jakes' acceptance of Sarita and her 2 sons, who are not biologically his own. The source emphasized how TD Jakes embraced Sarita and treated her children as if they were his own, creating a strong bond that seemingly led to unwavering loyalty from Sarita. Feel free to check out the full podcast on her channel by clicking the link in the description below. To explore these revelations further, take a listen to this specific episode on the podcast.
Check this out.
Kindly listen through the entire audio as the end consists of the most shocking information.
Anything I share here, I'm not worried about being sued. And just to be sure that anyone listening understands that, I will be giving the first initial of names, okay?
You were the first in your family to go to college. But why
we're going to skip
stop
through
there?
that family. But just understand that she's going to be she's going to be name dropping just
There
like
are
Kelly
people
Price.
talking who are just sharing rumors, but not all of us are sharing rumors, okay? I had a mentor from 1999 to 2000. She was my mentor. Mr. R, okay? His first name started with an R. So Mr. R used to be a boarder in her home. Now, my mentor told me Mr. R is gay, and his wife knows he's gay. Mr. R was a part of the ministerial staff. He became a minister, and he was very close to TD Jakes, okay? And she said he told her that, he was going to share some things with her that she could never tell anybody. And so later on, she tells me and a few other people that he did come. They had set up a time and day for him to come to her house. He came and he talked with her for several hours, just divulging stuff, behind the scenes ministry stuff. And she told us some things I can never tell y'all, but what he did tell her was that TD Jakes was gay. and that TD Jakes had a relationship with a man. Now, I will stop and say, whether that man was Mr. R, I don't know, because she never told us that. But then she told us there are things I can never say, I can never tell, because I swore, that I wouldn't tell, some of the stuff that he told me. I'll tell you, as soon as they got through talking, she left that church. My mentor did, and it devastated her. Not too long after the things that Mr. R shared with her and swore her to secrecy to, she had a stroke. I always believed, and I still believe it now, that it was the stuff he told her that contributed to her having that stroke, because the timeline was just too close. The Jakes have 5 children.
Strokes. They're good for these mysterious strokes. And they call it a stroke, but you know what? You could give somebody something that can give them a stroke. All right. Because the stroke is shutting down your circulation to the brain, right? The blood circulation to the brain. They could give you something that can stroke you out. Go ahead. We're gonna get down in it.
Both their names start with a J. One is light skin, one is dark skin. It is true that the 2 older sons are gay. The 2 older sons are not his biologically. They're not the sons of Jakes. Now, the sons, one is darker skinned. The darker skinned son is the one who was caught in Keith's Park many years ago. Now, those 2 sons, they are not the biological children of Thomas, okay? Before Sarita was a teen mom, okay? She had both of the boys when she was a young woman. And sometime later, I don't know if it was years, I don't know the time frame between her having and her meeting Thomas. That part of their story, I don't know. But one of the great things that made her fall in love with Thomas was that he accepted her 2 boys. And yes, he did later adopt them. So he's the man that raised them, because I don't know anything about their biological father, y'all. I don't know who he is. That's the part I can't say. My mentor told me, and I'll never forget this, there was a time when the Jakes lived near what is not White Rock Lake in Dallas. Okay, they had a home. They used to have a home over there. And she told me her friend was part of this group of people that had gone to the house. But I don't know how many sessions they had, but this was a time, as I said earlier, where people kind of saw homosexuality differently, especially in the church. And so they believed that it was an evil spirit and it could be cast out. And so she was telling me that the friend had said that they had a few sessions at the Jakes' home where they were trying to cast the devil out of these 2 boys. And
so what they doing in Christianity?
She said, and
witchcraft.
They said every time they would get to a point where they thought they were going to cast him out, Jakes would leave the room. Why? I don't know. What he was leaving the room for, I don't know. When all the stuff comes out over the next days and weeks about Thomas, TD Jakes, which stands for Thomas Dexter, for those who may not know, I don't want to assume everyone knows what that stands for. I want all of you to understand that Sarita was a part of the cover-up.
That's it on that. Whether she was part of the cover-up or not, that's her business, and she got to deal with herself on that. But what I wanted to bring out there is, even in that Christian faith, they into witchcraft, they into casting out spirits and things of that sort, which they don't have no power to do. I want to get Romans 1 and verse 25. Romans 1 and verse 25 for the family. All right.
The book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Stop. What is the truth of God? Give me the truth. Give me Psalms 119, verse 142. It all boils down to this. The problem with that's why Christianity is the religion of Hollywood. That's why Christianity is the religion of celebrities, right? Because it casts out truth. What is the truth? Go ahead.
Book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 142.
Go ahead.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
And thy law is the truth. Going back to Romans 1 and verse 25. So because whosoever turneth the commandments into a lie, right? How do they turn the commandments into a lie? They say what? You don't have to keep the commandments. Just call on Jesus, right? That's the root cause of the destruction of our people, because they believe that they can love God without commandment, right? That's why we were so hard on what was his name? King Cola, because he was pushing the same ideology of loving God and Christ without commandment, playing off of the zeal that's in the people to know and love their God. So let's read that again in Romans 1 and verse 25.
All right, shout out to our brother King Coca-Cola. Hopefully he repented.
Con.
All right. The book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshipped and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen.
Right. So they forget about this truth, forget about these commandments. We're going to do what man likes to do. We're going to serve the creature more than the creator. We're going to, once it makes a man, whatever floats his boat, whatever puts wind in his sail, right? Whatever feels good to him, he ought to be able to do it. And that is the beginning of spiritual and physical fornication. All right. Read on.
The book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 26. For this cause, Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections.
Right. Evil, vile, disgusting affection. What's affection? It is a showing of love. But their showing of love is out of place, right? If you love your brother, you know what I'm saying? You dap him up, right? You say shalom. That's how you show your brother love. What kind of affection? You ain't supposed to show your brother the same amount of love you show your wife. Something wrong with you, right? You're not thinking straight. Some of them showing adult love to children and children love to adults. Something wrong with you. It's out of place, right? Read.
For this cause, God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
Right. It said in the video, they said the sister married Jakes to cover up the fact that he was homosexual. She knew it all the time.
He was fruity.
But you ain't gonna be the pastor without a pastor's wife. You can't be the pastor without a first lady. Right? That don't look right. Right? And if you're a little fruity, at least they can say, but he's married though. Right? So when they see things don't look right, they can say, but he's married though. It's the same thing with Eddie Long's wife. She knew that he was into all those boys and stuff, but she held the persona down out of her nature. Right? She was supposed to be the whistleblower, but you know, I'm not gonna say more. Read on.
And likewise, also the man, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust.
In their what?
In their lust.
In their lust. Go ahead.
One toward another.
Go ahead.
Men with men.
Go ahead.
Working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat.
Right, which was good. The recompense of the error, which was meat, which means which was good. Meaning that what? You're not going to get away with it. It's going to cause drama and pain in your life if you go that route, that homosexual route. So whatever TD Jakes got coming to him, he got it coming to him. What you always say? Whatever Diddy got coming to him, he got it coming to him. Right?
Salakia Chief, when you get a chance, I have a precept in regards to that. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 13.
Yep.
For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Right, exactly.
Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works.
Family, the only way you know the difference between the good and the evil is through the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. That's a dividing line. Everybody could speak a good talk. There's many religions out there, and all those religions tell you that you don't have to keep God's commandments. Right? Why is that a coincidence? Think about it just off of coincidence. Why all the religions point you away from his glorious commandments? And only one group teaching, following, ministering of his word is telling you we must keep his commandments in the spirit of his son, Hamashiach Yahushai, in this, the spirit of our anointed Savior, right? We must turn our minds over and our bodies and yield our bodies to the commandments of the Most High God. Because if we don't, we're going to be another Eddie Long. You're going to end up at Diddy's house, right? Epstein Part 3 is coming to see you, right? Hugh Hefner is coming back from the dead, and there's going to be a Playboy party, and you're going to be the host, right? It's coming to you, right? Like I was bringing out before, our daughters are going to be making, what's that? OnlyFans pages, right? So they can show off their assets and make a quick buck. All right. Technology has made it easy for our daughters to become whores. They don't even have to go outside. Imagine that. They didn't got to go outside. Before, the old school whores, they had to be on the street walking up and down. That would hurt their feet.
Right.
That was rough out there. People trying to rob them, beat them up. These daughters don't even got to go outside. They open one of those fans only or only fan pages, and they get people to give them money, and they show, their money, right? And make their money like that. Family, we here for you. We're your humble ministers from the Light of Zion. My name is Chief Minister Shalimar. I have with me the captain of captains. I'm a one, Bon Lawyer, Bon Yasharala. I got the young phenom in the building. I'm a Watazar is giving us the ins and outs, what's going on. And I got the best engineer in Jerusalem, right? My engineer, Captain Akko for the people. Best DJ in Jerusalem, right? DJ Baruch, which is going to take us away. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us today. Let me give my shout outs. I didn't even give my shout outs today. We so wrapped up in talking. I didn't even shout my fans out and my friends and my peoples that's on the line for the BTO show. Salakia, have mercy on an old man. Because one day you'll be one too. All right. So let me go into the chat real quick before we sign off and say shalom to everyone in the chat. I'm rocking it all the way back up to the top. Oh, a lot of comments in the chat, man. Tawada for all those comments, man. All right, it's good to see. Good to see. All right, as usual, Don Israel, the first on the check-in. Shalom to Don Israel. Ahawaya. I hope I'm saying it right. Ahawashaya in the building. Up. Beloved brethren and sistren. All right. Princess Nawaya. Princess Nawah Israel in the building. Shalom to Princess Nawah. All right. Kashaki is in the building. NYC is in the check-in. All right. Sister Ellie, the water for logging on, always supporting. Michael Butler's in the building. All right. Shalom to Maryland. Right. My sister Rona holding us down from the ATL. Shalom. All right. Going down the line. Bawa also from Augusta, Georgia. Shalom for being in the check-in. Pablo. Shalom family. All right. Mr. Jerome Granville. That's my brother right there. Shalom for being in the check-in. All right. Roland Doze. All right, Levi. Shalom for being in the check-in. All right, for checking in with us. E37, the Army of Israel. Salute the whole family at E37, Army of Israel. All right. Going down the line. B Spice is in the building. All right. Shalom, sis. All right. Shamwa Allah. Captain Shamwa Allah is in the check-in. Shalom. Lion of Zion 777. I believe who's that Lion of Zion 777?
Oh, Kairon.
Kyrum? Oh man, Kyrum got all right, priest. Kyrum is in the building. All right, we got going down the line. All right. Got my Isha in the building, always holding us down, holding me down with the support. My Isha Mariah is in the building. All right. Bar Breezy, Bar Zal, Matazawad on the check-in. All right. Help me out to make sure I don't forget nobody. All right. Keep going down. I'm keep going down. All right. Who that? Captain Ainar is in the building. Shalom, Captain Ainar. Thought for logging on with us tonight. All right. Try to make it a dynamite show, man. PM is in the building. All right. Arsenio Hall used to joke about sitting on director's couch for years, right? That's real talk right there. I remember that. I remember that, right? Talk about the director's couch, right? Where you get done up. All right. All right. Jamal Phillips is in the building. Is that Yashua? That's not Yashua.
No, it's not him.
Okay. Going down the lane. All right. The water to Maisha for all the comments. All right. Greatly appreciated. FOPE. Right. Civil War is in the building. Shalom to the FOPE for my people's edification. Oh man, I haven't heard from brothers from FOP in a minute. All right. That brings back memories, boy. I was up there. Maryland way back in the days, right? Shout out to Quina and the whole family up there doing their thing, with the family of FOPE. So again, I'm the chief minister. I got my DJ here. He gonna lay down some tracks. I thought for everybody being with us in the building and taking in this class and this show, and there's more we got in store coming up. So stay tuned. Look forward for next week. Tuesday, we're going to be locked and loaded once again with a lot of information and the scriptures to back them up. I'm your Chief Minister, Shalom. So why for everybody logging in? Until we meet again. Shalom.
144, yeah, we stay on go. Better hit like you know. 144, yeah, we stay on go. Better hit like you know. 144, yeah, we stay on go. Better hit like you know. 144, yeah, we stay on go. Better hit like you know. 144, yeah, we stay on go. Better hit like you know. 144, yeah, we stay on go. Better hit like you know. 144, yeah, we stay on go. Better hit like you know. 144, yeah, we stay on go. Better hit like you know. Yeah, we stay on go. Nah, they don't want no smoke. Yeah, 144, better be taking notes. You ain't no better act like. Stop the murmuring and backbite. Sons of God, we don't get tight. See your shots by some backfire. We be steady mobbing where the killers lurk. Lay your hand on my brother, I'ma go berserk. Yeah, I know they feel it's hurt. Yeah, where you going? Come and get this work. Every day we get it in, then we get it in again. Yeah, I do it for my kid. We getting closer to the end. Yeah, we gotta die like me, but I'm coming back to God, holding back the 4 wheels.
Better be studying the law and this seek to apply. We wretched and only be calling the Lord when we seconds from dying. But a necklace is made of that iron and put in a yoke in your mind. The challenge, how can we fix all the damage and loosen the bonds just made? But lift up the name, but just eat your rest. You better not sit at the kingdom is worth it. You gotta work and give it the time like you clocking the ship. You gotta endure while you searching for more. You realize the race is not for the swift. We giving you warning, but all you want is everything handed like it was a gift. This ain't for you, cause you want the laws to please you. Turning your back on your brothers like you can do better. Please do. Thinking you the shark in these waters until you end up like seafood. Never took a second to ponder that even the wicked bleed too. Trying to keep the commandments, that must be the way that you planned it. Now look in the mirror, examine and see the position you man in. Are you gonna burn like you tanning or drown in the pool till you vanish? Either you the fish that keeps swimming or you're gonna sink like Titanic, cause Lord knows
You see time is winding down, yeah. Gotta fight to get your crown to that last trumpet sound, yeah. We was lost and now we found. When the waters rise, are you gonna drown? Tell me, are you gonna drown? You see time is winding down, yeah. Gotta fight to get your crown to that last trumpet sound, yeah. We was lost and now we found. When the waters rise, are you gonna drown? Tell me, are you gonna?
I'm saying no water so much that I might be a fishy. The Sonny all over my lips like I'm taking a sip of my osmo. We putting in the quick cause they know we the two that be sitting on top of their six. They looking for me cause every time when we the truth, they gon' panic a lot with their lips. Someone please tell them boys go get a grip. I gotta remain in the scriptures to the elixir wisdom is made. Prophets have painted the picture. Take a look, see who the victors ain't no debate. They wanna tarnish our image, so they put us on the hit list. No 47. They wanna make a decision, cut off the bread that is risen over the 11. What you wanna do? Yeah, to live or you're dying. There's 1,000 other temptations you best be denying. Just keep swimming like Finding Nemo and you'll be surviving. All the heathens and wicked demons lead you with they lying. Don't wanna lose understanding, all cause you despise the commandments. See the whole world take advantage, all cause you put up with the planet. Gotta stay strong in the spirit and never let evil get near it. Keep it all spirit and appearance and all of your enemies fearing, cause Lord fearing, cause Lord
shifts, yeah, that's prophecy, that's prophecy. Grave shifts, yeah, that's prophecy, that's prophecy. Be nameless, yeah, that's prophecy, that's prophecy. No lane switch, ain't no stopping me. Let's go, let's go. Slave shifts, yeah, that's prophecy, that's prophecy. Grave shifts, yeah, that's prophecy, that's prophecy. Be nameless, yeah, that's prophecy, that's prophecy. No lane switch, okay, ain't no stopping me. Let's go. I see pain all around my people, yeah, that's prophecy. Too much sin, caught up in this evil. Listen, lies to see. Cut up the drugs, gets up in my spirit. Ain't no broccoli.